Guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a retro recipe. This is a snowball cake, and it's beautiful. It's simply gorgeous, and it looks like a big giant snowball. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out by taking our Pyrex bowl, and you're going to grease it and lightly flour it for a cake. We're going to bake the cake in this bowl. You can actually go ahead and mix your cake mix in the bowl, but I want to make sure that it comes out, so I'm going to mix my cake in a separate bowl. You're going to start out with one Devil Foods cake mix, and you're going to mix it according to the package directions. And mine calls for a half a cup of oil, 1 1/4 cups water, and 3 eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that. And I'm just doing that, like I said, according to the package directions. In the meantime, you want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and you're going to want to take out 1 8-ounce package of Philadelphia cream cheese or any kind of cream cheese that you use, and let that soften, come to room temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up my cake mix, and then we'll be back. So I've got my cake mix mostly combined. I'm going to add just a little bit of jell-o instant pudding chocolate into the mix, and I don't measure this. I put in about half a small box, which is roughly, I believe it's 3.4 ounces. So I'm just going to add a little bit in there. Now that it's mixed, and I'm going to combine it a little bit more with my mixer, and we'll be back. Okay, so you can see that this is a much thicker batter now. The pudding has thickened it up quite a bit. And what this is going to do is keep the cake really moist, okay? I usually do this with all cakes that I bake. So now we're going to take our prepared bowl, and we are just going to place this into the bowl. And we're going to want to make sure that it is even, okay? Now truly this is a one bowl recipe if you just mix it and bake it in the bowl. Actually, that's not true, because we're going to combine our cream cheese. Alright, so we got that in there, and all I'm going to do is just smooth it up a bit. I want it all out of the bowl, so I'm just going to kind of help even that out just a little. Now this is a beautiful cake. You can actually do this for Easter, and I might show y'all one, but you can turn it into a little bunny. Alright, so there's that. And hopefully you've had your oven preheating. Alright, so now I'm just going to go ahead and bake. Actually, we're going to come right back. We'll get our cream cheese mixture so that we can get it baked. Okay, so we've brought our cream cheese to room temperature, and we have 1 egg, and then we're going to add 1/3 cup granulated sugar, okay? And we're going to whip this until fluffy. So I'll come back when it's all incorporated. Alright guys, so we have whipped the egg, the 1/3 cup sugar, and also the cream cheese until well combined and fluffy. Okay, so now all we're going to do is we're going to take this mixture, and we are just going to spoon it out into the center of this cake batter. Now we have not baked the cake. We're going to put this into the center, and then we're going to bake the cake. So just right into the center. This really couldn't be more simple. And it just gives beautiful results. It really, really, really does. Okay. And then just put it all in there. All right. So we're just going to tap it down a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and put this in our preheated oven at 350 degrees, and we're going to bake this for roughly an hour and 10 minutes until a toothpick goes into the center and comes out clean. But I'll let you guys know exactly how long it took. So we'll be right back. Okay guys, so now we're going to work on our frosting for our cake, and I have put in here 3.4 ounces of jell-o vanilla pudding. I'm going to add a quarter cup of powdered sugar, and then I'm just going to whisk those two together. Alright, and now we're going to add 1 cup of cold milk, and we're going to whisk this for 2 minutes. It's already beginning to thicken up. I'm going to come back once 2 minutes have passed, and we'll pick up. Hey guys, so we have mixed our pudding, and you can see that it is pretty thick. We've got that mixture ready, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add an 8-ounce container of Cool Whip thawed. I have a 12-ounce, so we're just going to eye about 2/3 of this, roughly. And this is going to be our frosting for our cake. So now all we want to do is just combine that without completely deflating the Cool Whip. So you just kind of want to work it together. My pudding is a little thick, so it kind of needs to be incorporated with the Cool Whip. So I'm going to try to do this as softly as I can. Alright, you can see that that's nicely incorporated. We've got a nice thick consistency, and all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put this in the refrigerator, and we're going to let this set up a little bit more until our cake is done, and then we'll be back to frost it and get it ready. Okay guys, so our cake is cooled. It's been cooling for about 10 minutes, and I'm just going to run my knife around the edge. It feels like it's doing pretty good. So now I'm just going to take my cake, or my cooling rack, and I'm going to place it on top of the cake, and I put my paper towels down just because I don't want a bunch of crumbs on the counter. And now I'm just going to invert it, and that didn't work too well with my paper towels, but that's alright. And then we are going to lift off. Ah! Be very careful. The bowl is hot even after 10 minutes. So now we're going to let you see what that looks like. So now we're going to let that cool completely, okay? We're going to come back. We've got our icing, our frosting already made, and that's chilling in the fridge. So we're going to let this completely cool, and then we're going to come back and frost it up. Our snowball cake will be back. Okay guys, so our cake is completely cooled. I pulled the frosting out of the fridge, and you can see that it's just a beautiful, thick, fluffy texture. We have the cake here. We're going to go ahead and put some frosting on. There is a bit of an indentation in the top, but that's okay because it'll smooth out once we get this on here. Again, you just want to make sure that your cake is completely cool before you attempt this. This icing is so delicate, it would just melt and run all over your entire cake, and that would be no good. You can do this orange. You can put some food coloring in here, make this orange, and turn this into a pumpkin. You can make him pink and turn him into a bunny for Easter. You can make this into a witch's head for Halloween too. I mean, the possibilities are really endless. So I'm going to go ahead and finish getting all of this on here, and then we'll add the coconut. So we have frosted our snowball cake, and at this point you don't have to be real perfect because we're going to place coconut on here, and you're going to use however much it takes, okay? But it's going to take, my guess would be 1.5 cups to 2 cups of shredded coconut. And you just want to kind of place the coconut. This is very messy, but place the coconut all over in an even pattern all over your snowball cake. Now, if you don't like coconut, you can skip it. If you want this to look even more like a snowball cake, you can dye it the coconut pink. You can use strawberry pudding. There's a lot of things you can do. If you're doing this for Halloween, you can do orange coconut and frosting, green for a witch. Possibilities are really endless. I mean, honestly. So, get your coconut all over. I'm going to finish this up and clean up, and then I'll bring you guys back and show you what it looks like. So there it is, guys, our finished snowball cake. It is so beautiful, and it looks like a snowball. I'm going to throw this into the fridge and let it set up a little bit more, and then we're going to cut into it because the best is yet to come, and that is the beautiful inside with the cream cheese filling. So I'll bring you guys back, and we'll cut it open and take a look at how beautiful it is. So we'll be back. So there it is, guys. If you're looking for beautiful and delicious, this is the cake for you. This makes an awesome Valentine's cake as well. You can make a red velvet cake and fill it with white. There's so many variations. It's just, it's unimaginable. So I really hope you enjoy this cake. It is so beautiful. It's beautiful. I really hope that you guys like this. Let me know what you think. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.